Hi folks, I'm Dr. Khan. Discovering how to lower your blood pressure in just a matter of minutes will only happen if you understand how your amazing body works. Watch this video till the end, and I don't want you to miss out on a single nugget of this information today. We will also specifically talk about a special nerve in the body called the vagus nerve and how activating this vagus nerve causes your blood pressure to go down within minutes. And I will give you 3 ways how we can activate this nerve. Let's lay down some of the basic information we need to understand. Blood pressure. Why do you need a blood pressure? Its main purpose is to keep the blood flowing smoothly throughout your body, delivering all of those essential nutrients like a high-speed delivery service. Now we have to understand how the body actually creates this blood pressure phenomena. It is actually like a tag team effort between the heart and the vascular system, your blood vessels, right? The heart pumps blood with a forceful contraction, while the vascular system puts up a bit of resistance and stiffness, also known as your peripheral resistance. The more stiffness or resistance there is, the harder the heart has to squeeze to keep the blood on the move. And let's not forget about the blood volume. Think about your vascular system as a closed system similar to a balloon or pipes in your house, which can only accommodate a certain amount of water. So if you pump too much water in your balloon, the balloon will inflate and maybe pop. Or if you have pipes in the house, your pipes may burst if you have excess water in the pipe system. But for your body, how does your body normally regulate this blood pressure, especially all the blood volume in there? One thing is, if you eat a lot of processed food, it does contain a lot of unhealthy salt. And when you have a lot of unhealthy salt, that keeps the blood volume high by taking in all the water and not letting the water pee out into your urine. I have covered this in other videos, but today let's talk about those things you can do to change your blood pressure within minutes. And to understand this further, you have to realize that there are a lot of metabolic factors happening, like insulin resistance. A whopping 80% of people with type 2 diabetes also have high blood pressure. Normally, your kidneys do a great job in balancing out the amount of water that you need to maintain in your blood vessels and in the pipes throughout your body. However, when you have diabetes and your insulin levels are high, then the body tends to retain much of the sodium, much of the salt within your body, and that leads to a higher amount of fluid in your blood system that leads to a higher blood pressure. Now, the next thing we need to understand is the difference between exercise blood pressure and a stress-induced blood pressure. When you exercise, your blood pressure does rise, but that is for a healthy cause. But what happens when you're stressed out? When you're exercising, the body is using the extra glucose and the blood pressure to make your nutrients go and flow throughout your body. But when you are stressed out with anxiety, there is no need for the excess glucose and the blood flow that is going through your blood vessels. So stress causes an unhealthy rise in sugar levels and high blood pressure. And now we come to the nitty-gritty here. This stress response is controlled by something called increased sympathetic tone. But here's the kicker. You can actually change this sympathetic response in just a matter of minutes. How neat is that? Let's talk about this now. We will now go into the fascinating world of breathing and how you can control your stress response. When you take a deep breath in quickly, your sympathetic nervous system gets a boost. Now, the sympathetic nervous system is the fight and flight nervous system that controls your anxiety and stress and gets you ready to fight, right? But you don't want that if you want to lower your blood pressure. On the other hand, if you breathe out slowly, your parasympathetic nervous system takes center stage. This leads to calming down of your things and slowing your heart rate and slowing the contractility of the heart just a bit, just to reduce your blood pressure. Now here we have the exciting part, changing your blood pressure in minutes. Breathing properly gives us a window into the magical world of this sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. Unfortunately, most of us, we tend to take shallow, quick breaths, but that keeps stuck in the sympathetic side, the fight and flight side, which we don't want to be in. But by taking longer breaths, like counting to 5 for both inhalation as well as exhalation, you give the nervous system enough time to swing over to the parasympathetic side, the calm and relaxation side. Now, to tie this up with the vagus nerve that we talked about earlier, I would like to say the vagus nerve is a super vagus nerve. It's a super nerve in the body that keeps you relaxed. When you activate the vagus nerve, it is like relaxing your whole body. It calms down your heart, lowers your blood pressure, and brings harmony to your digestive system. It increases repair processes, detoxifies your body, and even actually helps out in reproduction. How cool is that? It is like turning on a magical switch that unleashes a river of goodness to all of your vital organs. This is called getting some VIP treatment if you know how to control it. And let's talk about how we will activate this vagus nerve. Number one would be something we already just talked about: deep and slow breathing. Breathing exercises are often recommended when it comes to stress and anxiety. But here's another great reason to give it a try. When we take a deep breath in and slow from our stomach, we stimulate the vagus nerve. Try breathing out slower and longer than what you breathe in, and this helps you activate your parasympathetic nervous system and gives you a relaxation response. Next is pretty neat if you actually get to try it. It is cold water immersion. So exposing yourself to cold water may not sound relaxing, but it actually helps trigger your vagus nerve and a relaxation response. Then the third way to activate the vagus nerve is to sing. The vagus nerve runs up our necks, so when we engage our vocal cords, we can give it a gentle nudge. Singing can do this and improve your overall well-being as well. So why not have a playful list of your favorite songs? But if you're not a singer, not a problem. Just humming or even gargling water, moving your vocal cords can also stimulate the vagus nerve. So now you see, when you tackle the root causes and make positive changes, you get more than what you actually bargained for. It's like scoring a slam dunk in health improvement. So you can see that you need to say goodbye to the misconception that your situation is hopeless if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure. And you may also want to think about joining the blood pressure boss method. The results have been astounding with this. My students have experienced significant reductions in their blood pressure readings. They've improved their energy levels and have a renewed sense of control over their well-being. You can check the link out in the description where I talk more about the tips and tricks on how to lower your blood pressure by up to 30 points in addition to improving your overall health.